Hey guys, welcome back to my F1 2020 My Team series. The race that we have got in today's episode is the British Grand Prix. Hopefully we can get a decent finish. The last races that we've had have been absolutely great. Should we see if they're on here? They've got to be on here. Standings. Here we go. So the last couple of races we've had, we've managed to get 7th, 1st, 5th and 3rd, which is great. In fact, I have no idea how we've managed to snatch our win in this series already so far in such early races. Just through tactics and stuff, it's managed to work us out great. But like I said in the last episode, we do have a new sponsor unlocked that we can select, and I'm guessing that we should pick one that is decent, which would be nice. See, we got 5 overtake 5 different drivers during a race. That would be good. But let's try and beat one that's decent. Achieve fastest lap. Achieve a top 10 finish during the race, which is kind of what we want. Like, and would be nice for us as a team to try and smash it out. Which would be great for us. You know what? I feel like we might. I feel like we should try and hold that. Like, that'd be a nice race for us to try and do. 30 laps during practice. That's a goal bonus. The goal bonus is huge, but the weekly is nothing for that. That's quite a big. 4 interviews, questions during a race weekend. I mean, I feel like we do answer 4 questions anyway. I mean, like, I feel like that is just an easy one to do. 250k coming in as a goal bonus. That's. You know what? We are trying to finish top 12 though most races, so I might have to pick one that's just what we're going for as a team anyway. That'd be a mad one to do though. 100 laps during a race weekend, but it's nearly 500,000 in bonus. Right, moving on to the invitational event, we've got the 1988 McLaren MP4-4. So this is the Suzuki International Racecourse. We've got to complete 3 laps of it in under 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I mean, this is going to be quite an interesting one, but it does allow us to get 150k and also 1,000 driver acclaim, which is good for us. Right, let's try and get this done and dusted. I mean, this camera angle is a bit of an annoyance, but we're just going to have to try and deal with it and get it done with. I guess that's where it is. We're so used to seeing like a long nose on the cars though, but this feels really weird because it's like right up in front and next to the wheels, but hopefully we can get all. My god, I'll tell you now, the brakes are definitely not as good as even our car. Definitely not anything like a Mercedes. But that's just because they're old, it's like miles behind the technology. But hopefully we can bash this out. I mean, we've got to get 3 laps done in 2 minutes 15, so I don't know how that's going to quite be, but we'll see what it's like. Right, so through here, it is very wiggly and turny through, which is a bit annoying, because I know if you put too much power into these cars, they just want to kick out the back end, and there is a lot of understeer as well, which is a bit annoying with these cars. So we just got to try and push it, but not over push it. We've got to find that nice little line where it's just not too strenuous for it. Nicely done through here. Nicely done. Oh mate, I kind of gone off. Oh, that might cost us a few seconds. I'm really hoping it doesn't. I feel like these little short bursts, you just do have to put your power down there. And cut that corner. I don't even care. I need to make up some time. Oh mate, I've given myself like just under 50 seconds to try and complete a lap. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't even know how long I just completed that in. My maths isn't good enough to work it out quickly. And I've just got to focus on this race. I mean, well, you know what I mean. This invitational. Right, let's try and get through here. I'll put as much power down as we can through there quickly. Nice. Right. Through there. Oh my god, it wanted to go then. Wanted to go there. Right. Whoa. Right, come on. Isn't this the last corner? Well, second to last corner. Hold it in. Hold it on. Hold it on. Oh, yeah, we'll do this. Surely with 10 seconds left. Yeah. Right, and we had 5-6 seconds to spare, which is banging. Right, managed to get the invitational done first time, which is absolutely sick, thank God. I didn't actually think I'd be able to do that. I thought it was going to be quite a tight task for me to do, but we've managed to get it done in 2 minutes and 9 seconds, so we've managed to have a little bit to spare. Not a lot, but a little bit, which means we've managed to walk away with 150 big ones and the 1,000 driver acclaim, which is good for us. And now we can move on in towards the British Grand Prix. Right, we're now back in the headquarters, moving on from the invitational event. Of course, we've got all the sponsor view and stuff, so we've gained a bit more money. Our parts have managed to come through on the durability, which is decent, so we've now ended up with 2.13 million. It would have been nice if, you know, Sean needed his contract renewal now. But unfortunately he didn't, so we're still stuck with him. But we're going to move on to the British Grand Prix, which is the Silverstone circuit. Which is going to be an interesting race, and hopefully we can keep up the good performance that we've had in the last few races. Right, moving on to track climatization now. We have it's not raining, thank God. So in Silverstone, so in England, it's not raining at all in any of the practices, but it rained in the last practice. But oh my God, does this car feel so much nicer than that 1988 whatever it was. Oh, I just drove a minute ago. Like, it's so much more planted. Like, oh hello. As I say that, I miss a gate. But yeah, it feels so much more planted. The brakes are like ridiculous compared to the other car. I am missing quite a few gates. Right, maybe I should.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it.
Right, maybe I should slowly. There's quite a few corners in this track by the looks of it. Then, or a lot of gates. Looking at the top of this, I think that's got to be the most we've had so far. But yeah, hopefully we can try and improve after our first lap, but just try and get a nice lap in, try and warm up again with this car, and try and get used to it. I mean, hopefully we can place a decent finish. We're British, it's our home Grand Prix, hopefully we can do decent. If we can't, that would be a bit upsetting, but you go around the racetrack like twice. I like it. It's so long. And I've missed that gate. Oh, for God's sake, it's not very good. Nice. Hit a DRS zone. Decent. Purple again. I mean, it's only 3 red so far out of how many, whatever, so it's not too bad. If we can get the rest of them, should be alright. Right, let's go. Get that done out of the way. Just try and DRS on. Oh, hello. Got to slow right down for that one. Here we go. Right, so we managed to hit the green target points, which is decent, so at least we know we still get resource points either way, but let's try and improve on that one. I've just missed that. I've missed that gate, which is a bit annoying, and that one, for God's sake, like, seriously, Dax. Sort it out. That's 2 reds already, which we could have avoided so easily as well. Right, let's just try and see if we can improve over time, and then hopefully our third lap will be at least the greens all through the board, which would be nice. I mean, this track seems like it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of pace, and I can't quite tell if there's going to be a lot of opportunities to overtake. I mean, there's a lot of corners, so there's a lot of chances people can mess up, which would make it easier for people to overtake, definitely, and especially on these straights coming out that corner. If you carry a lot of speed out that corner onto that straight, you definitely have an advantage over someone. And I lost grip, and I've managed to drift wide there. It's a bit of annoying. I try and go through here. Nice work. Nice work through there. Hit the DRS zone. We're still on 3 again. I'm pretty sure that's like the similar 3 again, like the same 3 gates basically. Oh, and I've missed that gate as well, so I think it's even worse than the last time. Absolutely not great at all. Nice there. Right. I think it might have been bang on the same point. No, it must have been less. Right, let's just try and get it through here. They have put the new components in, so like the durability parts that we had requested, and it should hopefully put a new event gearbox in for us. We'll just probably have to take a little punishment on the position of qualifying and stuff, but it's definitely worth the sacrifice. Right, so far we haven't got any reds, so hopefully we can keep it Going through there, nice. Hit this one, please, nice. Get that, and again, right, nice. A much better lap so far. Put the ERS on, get the speed through here, so they give us purple. It's a nice, easy purple one here. Right, relax it up a bit there. And I'll put that down. Nice work through there. Oh shit! What is it with this stupid angle and it keep like flipping to the side sometimes? Its controller is so stupid. Alright, I managed to miss one, which is so annoying considering we're doing so well. Look, there's more purples than bloody greens. So annoying. Right. That's a bit annoying as well. I managed to miss that properly. Give us purple through them. Oh, it's not going to, is it? What did we get? Oh, we didn't manage to get purple, but we still managed to get green, which is decent. It means at least we get some points as Sean comes out. Whoa, hello. Right, which means we still get some points, and then we can move on to the ERS now, and the qualifying pace, and all the other ones that I'll do off camera, because they're the more longer, boring ones that aren't very interesting. Right. So I'll take the car back to the garage and I'll see you guys in the next training program. Right, moving on to the ERS deployment now. We have got medium tyres on now compared to hard. I mean, if I ran medium tyres before, it might have given us a bit of that edge. But hopefully we can bang out this ERS. There's a lot of corners and a lot of straights, so I feel like it might want a lot of the ERS on certain things. I feel like it might be quite easy to get to purple as long as we can actually outpace a Delta without using any ERS. We'll get it back in the purple anyway. But you know the tactic that we're going to do: get it into the, don't use any, get into the purple, and then just use little bits of it whilst we can. I mean, this Delta seems to be quite quick off this flat, but let's try and like put our foot down through here, then flat out. Nicely done. Oh, hello, got a bit confused with what corner it was then. Alright, slow it down, try and catch it back. We're behind the Delta now, but we were in front of it, which is a bit of annoying. Put the DRS on. Is that Delta closing? Right, so we'll whack the ERS on a bit, and then we'll turn it off as soon as we start to get out the purple. Alright, go down gear. Alright. Oh, that Delta comes quick out of that corner, I tell you now. Likes to use the ERS out of there, so we'll use a bit of ERS because we've got loads stored up still because we're still in the purple. That's the tactic. We just use little bursts of it to try and get us further and further away from that Delta to give us more chance to do it just flat out through there. Definitely see if I actually set the car up properly, you could benefit from a setup on this track so much, and stiff suspension and stuff like that. Right, we are behind the Delta, but we are slowly catching it, which is good. Hopefully we can manage to beat it and stay in the purple on the ERS saving, because then we will be able to get it done the first time like we normally do on most of the tracks. Right, through there, around the corner here. Right, and I think the finish line's coming up here. I don't know how quick that Delta's going to be, but it's not going to be able to catch us before we cross the line. And we managed on it first time. There you go. Managed to get purple, so I just do the same tactic every time, as you guys know. Leave it until it gets to the purple and then use it in little bits. And then make sure it still stays in the purple though. But yeah, that's how you can get ERS done basically in one lap. Right, so I'm going to move on to the next training program now and see how that goes. Right, moving on to the qualifying race pace scenario. Practice. We haven't got long. I was talking about my tyres. I was like, what? Sorry about what? Right, there isn't a long left in this P1, but I thought we only need one lap anyway, so we might as well make the most of it and see how quick we are compared to how quick they want us to be, and see if we're up to scratch or over performing, which will be the best result for us. But let's try and smash this out and see what we can do as a team. Right. Oh, hello. Come on, make sure the downforce is holding. Thank you. Nice, done through there too. Alright, that is decent. Smack the ERS on, which is good. Alright, that is beautiful. Oh hello, going a bit wild on that corner if I do say so. That's nice. Wide. Don't let that delta catch up, which is what it's doing. I lost all my pace on that one corner. We got to remember that corner we are not particularly quick on, so we could do a bit of improving around that corner. Definitely if we want to keep our pace up. We lost it all, but we're slowly regaining it, which is good. Just go flat out all of here. Just split the apex is nice. And then shift down here. Try and put as much power down as we can. DRS activated, that was nice. Right, let's power through here. Delta's catching on this. Great, nope, we managed to pull away again slowly. Do seem to drop a lot of pace on the wide corners though, I must say, but that's because I can't put the power down. Because I'm getting a bit of a understeer, sorry. Which is a bit of an annoying pain, so I can't put any more power down, because otherwise I'll lose the back end out. Right, we've managed to beat the delta time though, so our target was 21st. I don't know if that means we got 21st, or result 21st. I mean, we didn't come last, but we got where it wanted us to be anyway, but hopefully our actual qualifying pace will be a bit quicker after we've done a bit more practice. I thought I was putting into a wall then, but I managed to save that quite well. Right, well anyway, we're going to have to move on, but you'll see us in the actual qualifier, because the rest of the ones are the ones I'm going to do, like the race strategy and the tyre maintenance. I'll get them all done first time, so it's all nice and done quickly. The same to the ERS, to be honest, stay in the purple and just drift in the purple. But yeah, because no one said anything about wanting to see some different practice programs, I'm not going to show any different ones, but hopefully you guys will stick around for the qualifier and then the actual eventual race.
Good day today.
Right, moving on
Let's
to
have
the
your
quick
take on it.
interview. I wonder what they want.
Did you feel that things went well for you today?
This isn't the result that I wanted at this stage, to be honest. There was a bit of
What could
iffy
have
here
gone
and
better?
there, but I'm at least being honest. What could have gone better? I don't know, to be fair. Car felt a bit heavy. Need to look into weight distribution. Yeah, I could think. Yeah,
You left some
it
body
definitely
work
feels
out
like
there
it.
on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
Did I? Can't quite remember, so it can't have been nothing that can't be buffed out, to be fair.
Appreciate your time.
No worries, have a good day. Like I always say. Catch me in a bad mood, you get a foul response. Catch me in a good mood, you get a good response. Gotta pick your time, love. Right, we're now moving on to the one-shot qualifier to see where we do end up in the race. I am going to go for, you know what, I reckon I'll go for a basic increased top speed setup. I won't do an actual tweak setup myself because I can't be bothered to sit here for that long. Oh yeah, we do have a 5-grid place penalty due to the component change, which is the gearbox. So that will affect where we place overall in qualifier. But hopefully we can still get a decent start. And then the 5-grid penalty shouldn't affect us too badly, which would be nice. Right, let's just try and smash this out of the park. I mean, why is it every race we have one form of like worn component? It's so annoying, like, but it's fine. They're slowly all becoming a bit less worn. Right, let's nicely through here. Oh, bit of kick out there. Damn it, I was right behind Hamilton until that little kick out. And then he's just going to pull away on the straights, of course. Right, let's just try and full throttle into this corner. Nice bit of tyre. There's definitely did the tyre wearing, but that should be okay. For now, drop down again. Drop down a few more. Put the power on as quick as we can. We've got to try and place really high this one because we are going to get 5 places behind where we actually qualify, so it would be nice to try and get a decently high qualified position as Hamilton starts to pull away from us like it's nothing. Right, coming up to the last corner, I do believe. Put as much power down as we can. Oh no! Oh my god, we crossed the line as we span out. Okay, so we managed to qualify 12, but we are going to go 5 places behind that, I think. That's not what it worked out, so we do end up qualifying 17th, which isn't too bad, which is 18th and above, which is what we kind of want to get looking at, which is decent. I can't believe we spun out but still managed to cross the line. I mean, it's definitely one of the most interesting one-shot qualifying finishes we've had so far in the episode.
Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be...
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Right, we're at our home Grand Prix. Like we've just been told, we're not going to take unnecessary risks. We are starting on the softs. I mean, it only wants us to pit once, but we see how it is. It should be a sunny race the whole time. Hopefully, we aren't starting too far back, but we did have to take that 5 grid penalty. So hopefully we're not too far back. I mean, we're sat in 17th, which is alright. Not kind of where we want to be. But it's higher than 18th, which is kind of the minimum we go for, which is good for us. So we are our home Grand Prix, so it would be nice to perform.
Clutch point is good. Gearbox is responding.
Thank God the gearbox is
Make sure to
responding.
warm up the
I mean, it is a
tyres
brand
race.
new one, so it should be.
Brakes throughout the lap.
I mean, hopefully we can get a decent result from our brand new Grand Prix, our home Grand Prix. That'll be good. Show the fans what we've got to offer, and hopefully get a good result for the team as well. Right, all parked up and ready to go at the 5 red lights of the British Grand Prix, our home Grand Prix. Hopefully we can get a decent start and a decent finish regardless of our 5 grid penalty. I'm going to go up to gear 3 and slow down, try and reduce the wheel spin and whack the ERS on. Right, nice, we've gained a few positions off the start and we are going to go on the outside line because I feel like everyone's going to hug the inside line, which is great for us, and we've managed to move up to 12th, and then we're going to hug this. Brake late but brake soon so we can sneak in and there's less contact and we don't cause any issues. Nice, we've managed to sneak up to 10th just from 2 corners. Whack the ERS off and just race the rest of this lap. Where we are so far, it's a decent start for us, but we have got Lando Norris coming right up us. Right, he does not want to let us keep this position. I'm going to give him space up the inside line though, because I do not want there to be a crash. Turn this off. Nice work through here. We are top 10, which is where we like to finish now, even though our car is definitely not top 10 level yet. But our driving and tactics have been superb to allow us. Lando Norris is there. I'm going to have to allow him some space, because I'd like someone to allow me the space. So he's tried to double cut back and it hasn't worked. But Lando Norris and Stroll are right behind me. They do not want me to have this top 10 position, especially when it's all about speed and power this track. On certain parts of this straight, we'll definitely feel it on this track though. The lack of power from our power unit and our other lacking areas, the aerodynamics and the downforce that we have to go into these corners at faster speeds, and the chassis nimbleness will definitely start to feel as I get a text. Right, let's go. Hopefully it's nice and quickly through here. Nicely worked through there. Nicely worked. Right, beautiful. That is the first lap complete of the British Grand Prix. And we are in top 10, which is decent for us. We are in softs like everyone else. I feel like I might even, I don't think I should undercut on this track. I don't think it'll work. I think I might. I don't know if I stay out as long as I can on the softs and try and get as much of a gap behind me to the car in front. Hopefully I can pit and have a free pit and not lose a position. But we'll have to think about that when it's time to pit. And all we got to do now is drive hard and fast and try and keep these positions. Right, nicely done through there. And through there for us. Nicely done.
Looking good. You could use overtake to get past.
Alright, that is nice and juicy and finished. Oh, Lando Norris is coming for us, but he's messed it up through there. Right, we're going to hold this, even though the car does not want to hold it with the grip and the downforce that it has into the corners. Right, but it's fine. We managed to still stay in front and carry as much speed as we possibly can. Nicely done through there. When ERS is coming, hopefully it's going to help us with Albon. Norris, go away. He's not. Oh, he's so close to me on the time, but I managed to use the ERS to stay away. A bit away. Come on, Albon. Lando Norris is going for it. I'm going to have to take this inside line. We can't have it. Thank you very much. Still managed to hold it. Oh, as I drift wide from this corner. Nice, we are miles off like Hamilton's fastest lap, and he's only going to get faster and faster as time goes on. But we're nowhere near that challenging for championships or anything just quite yet. Nicely done through there as I get another text. It's probably Mercedes wanted to hire me as a driver because they're seeing my ability with a lower end car. Nicely done through there, and we've got the DRS, so's Lando Norris, but we're going to rapidly on the ERS, try and catch Albon. I've got to start saving up my ERS now, because that's starting to be lacking in abundance, which is not good, because then it doesn't want us to get snatched up later on in the race. Norris is trying to go up my inside line, but I've managed to pull a few gaps on him, not even half a second. That's how close he is to my chuff the whole race. This is going to be an intense battle between me and Lando Norris. Nicely done through there. What has happened there? Why is there now like nearly a second gap? What's happened through that corner for Lando Norris? Absolutely nicely done there. We got the DRS right. We're going to whack the ERS on. Quicker sector 2 but a slower sector 1, which is not good. We're slowly catching Albon, but it's just not quite enough to get us within touching distance of him. So annoying, and us going off the track there, over pushing it, has actually caused the gap to be longer. So if I would have just slowed down earlier, it would have been better for us. Instead of trying to get power hungry, we have got a few laps to try and catch him. So Lando Norris has managed to take the position back behind me. Come on, Albon. Come on, Albon. This is the quickest we've been since the start of the race. Come here, mate. I'm going to use my ERS now. As I'm getting a phone call. Slowly through here, does it? Come on. Put my phone on silent. Don't want people ringing me whilst I'm driving. Whoa, hello. Albon's right here. Oh no, Albon, I mean Norris. He's taking the position back. Right, our pit window is next lap, but I'm trying to decide whether I pit this lap and just see if we're going one more before the tactic works to try and catch up with Norris, or I'm just going to have to try and hold off Stroll and then pit anyway, which I think I actually just might do. It might be easier. I'll see what the tactic's like. They want it, but I've got Ocon and Norris, God, Stroll coming for me, and they've just 3 cars wide through there, and I've managed to squeeze through the middle. Hopefully they keep fighting, and it allows them to slow it down. Right, maybe for the DRS sensor, I managed to get DRS then. Right, I'm going to try and pull away. Right, let's just go through here, nicely done. Come on, let's just keep racing. Let's go nice and fast. I can definitely start to feel the tyre wear though. When I try and put the power down on certain corners or turn too hard, the back end just wants to, doesn't have as much grip now. Yeah, we're going to go for this strategy. I'm going to listen to you. I'm not going to try and stay out one more lap on the tyres. Well, oh, I don't know. Do I try and push it on one more tyre? I mean, I've got a gap behind us now of 2 seconds, but the gap in front of me is 2 seconds as well. Right, if we can keep the gap up behind, you know what? I'll just pit. And then hopefully I'll still be able to come out in front of them if they pit as well, or maybe Norris pits as well. I don't know. Might be a close one if he's got like front wing damage or something. I don't quite know. But anyway, we're just going to try and keep as big a distance behind us as possible so we can try and pit and also try and catch the people in front. We are 11th, which is a decent position to finish for us as a team. Or a little bit tongue-tied there. But I do like top 10s. Since we've been starting to get top 10s, I'm 30 for them. But we can't be greedy and over-push the car and try and make the car outperform every week, because that's why we put so much wear on the car.
Be careful, we think you're going to start
Yeah,
using some tire
you
grip.
say that as I start to put my back end out. And they've managed to close the gap now. Gasly is coming up right behind me, which is not good. Right, which just means we need to get in this pit window and getting new tyres on as quickly as possible. Oh, okay, so Albon and Norris are both staying out by the looks of it, because they're battling, so they're going to see if they can try and get in front of each other, I reckon, through the pits. But some people are staying out on the pits a bit longer. I think Sainz or whatever has started on mediums then, because he just went past on mediums. But I mean, poor Sean's going to have to be forced to stay out. But hopefully we can get a decent stop time, please. Get a decent pit stop, please. Right, 2.9 seconds, I'll take that. We managed to come out in front of Gasly and Magnussen, who are both in the pits. Magnussen is going on to mediums as well, so most people are going on to the medium tyres, which makes more sense. But we're going to have to finish this race on the compound. We are 9 seconds behind the actual next set of people, but they have still got to go in the pits, which will hopefully slow them down, which will allow us to catch them up. We can't fully push these tyres yet until they are warmed up, but we're definitely going to feel a better type of grip than we would before, right? So on the openings, the ERS help us get into gear 8, and then we're going to have to slow it down because we have not got a bunch of ERS to burn anymore, unfortunately. We burnt quite a lot of it at the beginning of the race, which I should have thought about for when I come out of the pits, really. But hopefully we can get a decent lap and keep this going. We are in 19th at the moment. few positions back from where we actually started on the grid. So it's not actually too bad. We haven't ended up in last still. Right, so let's just drive as fast as we can, as hard as we can, but as smart as we can as well. So it's like kind of a mixture of all three. Alright, let's go. Let's get this going.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Nicely done. Right, so Sean's pitting now. So there are people pitting now. There will be pitting people now. So hopefully that will start to close down the gap as well. And also maybe if there's a few people that stay out an extra lap. Here we go. We're coming up on the pit lane. Depending on how quick we are through here, will depend if we manage to snatch any positions up. But I don't think we will. But it would be nice if we could. But hopefully if people have stayed out a bit longer, it might help us get this right. So we are going to actually manage to snatch a few positions with people coming out of the pit lane. We managed to get up to 15th, which is higher than where we started on the grid, which is still a good position for us. Norris is of course in front of us. I've just seen him there, so he is within racing distance if we can manage to pull the time back. It is 4 seconds, which is quite a bit. And then the next bunch of people are 9 seconds, but hopefully if we can just keep focused and set some good laps in, we can start to close that gap down. Nice bit of driving through here, lovely bit of driving. The fastest lap so far that we're putting in on the track, which is good for us. Right, nicely done. Right, I don't think anyone's going to be in the pits now. I don't think anyone would pit on lap 9, but I could be wrong, and I am wrong. There are people pitting in. Right, I think it's only one person maybe, but hopefully we can power it through. Oh no, there's quite a few people that stayed out a few more laps. Right, maybe we're going to undercut a few more people. Right, we've ended up in 12th, 11th, which is where we went into the pit lane, I do believe, or 12th. We haven't actually lost much positions. We are still behind Norris, but he's got a fat gap on us now, which is not very good. But we just don't want Gasly or Stroll to come up and steal this position from us as a team. Right, let's whack this on the ERS on the straight. We've only got 3 more laps of it, so it is quite a short 24% race. The British Grand Prix. Right, it's struggling to talk and drive and focus. It's quite hard, you know. Right, let's get this through. Maybe we should have started on mediums and then gone on to softs. That might have been a good one. Or started on hards. I don't know. Right, so coming up onto the second to last corner with 3 laps left, well 2 laps left after this. There is someone in the pits, which is Latifi, so we aren't going to manage to snatch into top 10. He stayed out on softs, switched to tyres for just 2 laps. I don't really understand the point of that. I would have said just make the change a bit earlier, but I mean that's their tactics that have messed them up there. He's going to end up in like last place, like he's not going to end up near the front. But we have managed to get a top 10 position again. We've managed to gain, but Gasly is going to want to come take this from us for those points for his team and himself, of course. He has got the better car equipment wise, I do believe, but if we can just cover our racing lines and defend and do some good racing, we should be able to hold this position, hopefully. Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. No, the worn engine components come to bite us with literally 2 laps left. Why couldn't it have just hung on this race and then I would have swapped it out? For God's sake, we always have some form of issue. No, seriously, on the straights we need the power with the ERS. Stop it. Look at Garcia taking that top 10 position. No, and Stroll trying to take a position off of us. Not happening today, Stroll. I will hug this inside line for you. I do not care, but Gasly, oh my God. Garcia has managed to take away that fucking 10th position. We've got literally 2 laps left. That is so aggravating. Come on, we've got to try and push for this. Come on, don't let him pull away. We've just got to try and carry as much speed as we can into a corner and out of a corner. Try and catch him in the corners. We haven't got much in the ERS, see what I mean? We used it all up for the last 2 laps, which would have been useful. Right, Gasly, please start to slow down, make a mistake, have an issue, car blow up, anything, please. That corner was awful from us and has not helped us in any way. Coming on to the last lap, this is going to be the quickest lap we've done as well. And it's still not good enough. No, it's not. We lost all that pace through section 3, which is probably the reason we managed to gap him again. Look at him, he's got a bigger gap than ever. Nicely done through here. Nicely done. Let's get this going. Nicely done through here. Come on, we've got to whack the ERS through these parts just to try and catch up with Gasly, which is so annoying. Right, please, just come here, man. Just allow me that top 10 position. It just looks so much nicer. But 11th is a decent finish from us, especially on this track where a lot of it is, you can definitely pull a gap away if you've got some speed and some decent downforce. Right. Come on, let's get this going. Come on. This car is struggling. Car is struggling now. We've definitely got to look at swapping out that part. There's no way it can even do practice, I don't reckon. Let's just try and get this part. The turbocharger just wants to die. It just, you can just feel the loss of power. And look at Albon out of nowhere coming for me. Go away, Albon. I want no. Come on. Last few corners. We're not going to manage to get Garcia, which is so annoying, but we've got to be able to hold off Albon. Please, no mistakes. Through this corner, put the ERS on, and we've managed to qualify, cross the line in place 11th, which is good for us considering where we placed and the position our car is at. That is still a good position for us, and we've managed to snatch driver of the day again. We are snatching them up like wildfire at the moment.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend.
There you go, you see
It's
Mercedes
great to see them
getting
up on that podium
first
once again.
and third again. Of course, Lewis Hamilton's up there. He's so overpowered in this game at the moment. So is Leclerc, he's up there with him. So that's at least Mercedes have got a lot of points in this Constructors' Cup. They're definitely going to be one of the people that win. I can already tell you they're going to win. Because Vettel is not performing for Ferrari. In real life or in the game, unfortunately. Leclerc was basically without a teammate to help him in the Constructors' Cup. As far as I'm aware, but yeah, we did get an 11th place finish, which is good for us, considering our 5th place grid penalty as well. But we have managed to get a great result. We have managed to. We were 1 point. We were 1 position off points. That's kind of why I wanted to get 10th. But we did manage to get driver of the day, which is good for us and great for us as a team.
In the Constructors' Championship,
So we're going to move on now. I wonder if there's an end of race interview.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
Yes, I am very
How's
happy.
your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into the race?
It's definitely a spanner in the works for sure. I'm not going to say about traffic because then it seems like I'm.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
Oh, I don't know. There was no struggle. I could just push as hard as I could, to be fair, which isn't true. But I'm going to try and improve our durability because that's definitely one thing that you can tell with these lower end cars is the parts like to go very quickly, as we're finding out. You really like to in control of your car. Your team must be thrilled. I couldn't do it without a great team behind me. That's going to help us with our acclaim for ourselves and the team. Was it a good day for you? I'm not happy with my performance today. Things went very well. I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy with how that went because it's definitely not like bottom end tier of the race. We've managed to snatch in like a mid-table finish, which is great for us as a new team entering F1. Right, we're back in the HQ now after that race. I'm quite happy with the way that performed. The next one is the Hungarian Grand Prix. But of course, you know that's going to be in the next episode. But we sort the activities out as they go now. I don't know what our facility morale is looking like, which is all good and normal, which is good for us as a team. Right, so I reckon the drivers will get a sponsored event. We'll get a bit of cash. The team gets a bit of a claim. That's definitely a good one to look at. I don't know what. That's a one-day one. Might as well slot that in there. A bit of team building maybe. I don't know for the durability. But we can do a sponsored event. It will give us a bit more acclaim for the team, and then put a bit of team. Actually, no, aerodynamics, because then it uses up the best amount of space that we can, which is the best. We've got 2,300 resource points, and I reckon that's the one I was going to go for anyway. I don't know why it clicked me down here. But we got a 29% chance of failure. It just gives us more streamlined suspension arms, so it's going to reduce the drag, as it says. We're going to go for that upgrade. It won't be ready for this race, or I think it might be ready not next race either, but the race after that, which will be good. I don't know.
recommend we could go for something like this.
I don't know if there's. Oh, we can actually do another major upgrade. So this is going to have a major part impact on our aerodynamics, which is looking good as a team overall. We are slowly increasing our ability as a team if these both pass, which hopefully they can. So there's some big aerodynamic upgrades that are coming into play now as a team, and also us as people. Our team is getting a lot better, and our facilities. We can put a little bit more money into our team, which is what I reckon we'll do, a bit more into the facilities. I mean, we ain't got much money there wise. The simulator we can do a bit on, the chassis we can improve a bit on, the durability of course, reduced chance of failure by 20%. I reckon we should do a bit more upgrades maybe on the fitness, which improves his awareness stat, because it's a cheap one. Might as well get that one all sorted and done, and maybe there's a cheap one we can get done in here. Maybe we can get a decent one on the power units. Improves build time by 20%, improves resource generation by 60%, which is good, which means it gives us more resource points, so we smack that on too, which is good for us as a team. So there you go, some big upgrades and some big fights we had during that race. So overall I think this is a good episode, and it's a good place to end. So hopefully you guys stick around and join me in the next episode. It's been your boy Murky. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.